Tech Majin Vegeta's EZA is incredible, but how should you build his hidden potential? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are looking at the EZA Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 2 and Tech Majin Vegeta, and trying to figure out what might be the best hidden potential for him, as they're not necessarily a wrong way, but there is a way to maximize what he's doing. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at what he's doing here. So he is a Super Saiyan 2 or Resurrected Warriors category Key 3, HP attack and defense 170%. On his super attack effect, he is raising attack and defense for 1 turn and causing immense damage. On his passive, he's getting Key 2 attack and defense 150%, he's reducing damage received by 30%, and he's getting an additional attack boost by up to 120%. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. And if HP is 50% or more, he also has a great chance of launching an additional super attack. He also has an additional defense boost by up to 120%. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost, right? So, more offensive, the greater the HP. More defensive, the lower the HP. He also has a guaranteed guard when 50% or less. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when there's another Majin Buu Saga ally attacking in the same turn or a Majin Buu Saga enemy. He also has an additional damage reduction 20% with a rainbow key sphere obtained. He also gets an additional attack and defense 120% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres, and can transform when conditions are met. The conditions are simply 1 enemy, 50% or more HP from the 3rd turn, so a lot easier to transform him. Once you transform him, he now is greatly raising attack and defense for the turn with a great chance of stunning. On his passive, he's now getting Key 3, attack and defense 200%, and reduces damage received by 30%. He also has an additional boost by up to 150%. The more HP the remaining, the greater the attack boost. And if 50% or more, he launches an additional super attack. So no great chance, it's guaranteed. He's doing everything he did in base, but better. He also gets a 150% defense boost, the less HP, the greater the boost, and guaranteed guard. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type when they're to rainbow key spheres when there's another Majin Buu Saga ally attacking in the same turn, or a Majin Buu Saga enemy. He also has an additional damage reduction, 33% with a rainbow key sphere obtained, and 130% attack and defense, and effective against all types with 3 or more key spheres obtained. With 6 or more key spheres, he gets an additional 66% on top of the 130, and guaranteed guard with 6 or more of those key spheres obtained. So he's kind of doing a little bit of everything, right? He's got additionals, he's got guard, he's got effective against all types, and damage reduction. So how should you build him? Well, if we flip on over here to our game, you can see how I built mine. Now, I built this guy pre-EZA, and I initially had him full crit because he didn't have any crit in his passive or effective against all types, but now he does. So I've gone ahead and adjusted mine to 25 additionals, maxing out his additionals, and I left the crit, and I'll kind of explain why here in a second. So this is my build for the Majin Vegeta. Now, when we flip over here back to game, or not back to game, but back to our explanation here, we can see in the Dokkan Hidden Potential system that as a tech type, his best stat is going to actually be critical hits. All right, if you had him fully invested in critical hit before, he had a 40% chance to do a critical hit. And as a tech type, he can only get up to 25, as you see on the additional attack, giving him a 50% chance to do an additional critical hit. So, or not critical hit, additional attack. So the question is why that setup. So combo attack should seem obvious, right? The more additionals he's doing, the greater his attack is going to be, as well as the greater chance for stunning, where that is applicable when in the Majin Vegeta state, but also the more defense he's going to be getting on top of his guard and damage reduction, assuming you get the 6 key spheres in the Majin Vegeta state, which is kind of what you're really focused on with him. So the additional attacks is going to help him dish out damage and take it that much better. As far as the sub, like I said, I had him built critical hit, so I didn't want to change too much, spend too much stones. But critical hit also still kind of makes sense. Remember, effective against all types is the does give a slight advantage over non-type advantage and type neutral type hits. However, critical hit does give more. So you could go the critical hit route with him having effective against all types, but really you probably want to go more of an evasion route. That's going to benefit him a little bit more than the extra crit on top of an effective against all types. As a tech type with his sub, the best you're going to get is about 11 dodge, which equates to an 11% chance to dodge. It's better than nothing, and it's not really necessary as a character that's doing everything he's doing, right? With additionals, with guard, with damage reduction. 11% chance to dodge is not doing much for him, but then again, neither really is a 11% chance to crit either. Especially being that he is already effective against all types. So primarily for him, you want to go additionals. Take advantage of the damage, take advantage of the extra defense that he's going to be getting. He's going to be launching at least 3 supers per turn if you play your cards right. So that is definitely the way to go for the Majin Vegeta. So, guys, if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your Teq Majin Vegeta as you await his EZA? We're actually recording this a couple days before the EZA is announced, but we know enough about his kit to make a solid confirmation on what he needs, and that is additional attack with the sub evasion. But let us know how you built yours in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.